Hello and welcome to my Week 5 training video. My name is Brandon Clary. This week I'll be training you on how to look up historical land use entitlements for specific properties in the city of Menifee from prior to 2008 when the city incorporated. This training is mainly geared towards front counter permit techs at local government agencies. In this case, it's the city of Menifee, uh, and the front counter permit techs will mainly be for the planning department. However, those of you in other departments can also utilize this information if you need to look up, say somebody from the public is asking questions about um, the previous permit history for the target within the city of Menifee. Go ahead and open the following links on the screen. The first one will be Map My County, which is a GIS software, and the second one will be a way to look up information about a specific case number or permit number that I'll show you later. So the first link is called Map My County, and it's an online GIS software, Geographic Information System software, that helps track land use designations, permits, and any other information the agency decides to put in there. For this one, what you'll need to know are a few basic pieces of information to look up a parcel. So say somebody comes to the front counter and wants to know the permit history for the Target shopping center in the city of Menifee. What you'll need is to gather the specific parcel number, which generally comes in a 9-digit number with 2 dashes every 3 digits. So when looking up this information, you want to make sure that when you open the link, it'll come to this page after loading for a minute or two. You want to make sure that the single APN line is checked, and then you'll see this open text box here where you have to input the parcel number. Now, parcel numbers in Riverside County generally have the 9 digits, as I said, with a dash every 3 digits. For the purposes of this, you'll have to remove those dashes because the system does not like it. So once you input the parcel number, go ahead and click the search button, and it'll bring up, after loading a bit more, it'll bring up the parcel in question and some additional information on the side. Now after you've clicked search, as you see, it's brought up the map of the parcel in question and some information on the side. Now we'll have to create a report that shows us what the previous permit record is for this parcel. So there'll be some basic information on the left side. One will be, you have to the parcel number, make sure it's the one you input. It'll have owner information if it's available and the address of the parcel. Additionally, you'll have additional links below. Most of them you will not be using. However, the two that will be most beneficial for permit techs up front will be the one that's called recorded book/page, and it'll have a link to the parcel map that approved the shape of this parcel here that you see highlighted in black. And then you also want to use the full report for this parcel. So go ahead and click on the full report for this parcel, and it'll take a moment. You want to make sure that your pop-up blocker is allowing pop-ups, as it'll open in a new page with some additional information. Now once the other page has popped up, it'll look something like this. It'll be the report that you generated from clicking the full report link. And it'll have some basic information. So one thing you have to make sure of is that the parcel number matches the one that you input. And then it'll also have additional sections for the different parts. And this isn't the whole page, it's a lot longer. So it'll have like a disclaimer, it'll have a map of the parcel in question, and it'll have additional information about that parcel in particular, including previous APNs that used to be assigned to it, what districts of the county it's in, who their county representative is, things like that. Additionally, if you scroll down, you'll have to go and find one that's called planning cases. You'll see right here at the top, and then you'll also see 3 different columns. One is for case numbers, one is for the description of the case, and one is the status of that case or permit. For the target shopping center in particular, we'll want to use the case number assigned here, which is CUP 03475. The CUP stands for Conditional Use Permit, and this will detail the entire permit history or the entire approval for that shopping center. So if you go back to the second slide, you remember those two links. So please go ahead and open the other link that I provided, and please be sure to remember the CUP number. Go ahead and write it down because you'll be inputting that case number into that other website in the next step. So once you open the Online Services Master page, it will look something like this. The main section we'll be focusing on is underneath that click here for more information. Now we won't be actually clicking here for more information. We'll be using some of the links that are a little bit further down below. So as you can see here, there are a couple different sections related to permitting within the county. The main one we'll be focusing on is the planning department related queries, and then planning case conditions of approval. The conditions of approval are a set of guidelines that the developer of the project has to do prior to us granting them the permission to build or occupy the buildings that they are constructing. So go ahead and click on that little plus button there, and it'll bring up a little text box, little thing to type in the case number we pulled from the previous step. So go ahead and type in CUP 03745. Once you do that, go ahead and click that submit button, and then it'll bring up a list of conditions of approval for that project. Once that case number has been pulled up after you click the submit button, the one thing you'll have to make sure of is to double check that you typed in the appropriate case number. So at the top of this list of conditions here, you'll see the case number next to conditions of approval for, and then it'll list the case number, CUP 03745. Once you're done with that, there'll be a whole list of conditions associated with that project that the developer was required to do in order to build. One of the more important ones that you'll find in there are project description and the expiration date. And we have come to the end of this training. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask any of the other staff members in your department. They'll be happy to assist you with finding any of the appropriate information you need in order to assist the public. Thank you.